Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you've been well. Thanks for joining me here. We're gonna talk about some gear. That was a poem, I just made it up on the spot. I think it was pretty good. So yeah, on this channel we talk about gear. YouTube's weird. YouTube's a weird place, right? I'm gonna do a little bit of rambling. I'll put some chapters down below so you can skip ahead. This video is gonna be about gear. It's gonna be about EDC gear. So EDC is one of the things I get asked to talk about the most on this channel. It's probably the video that is requested more than any other video. Mike, give us an EDC update. And if you've been watching my channel for the last few years, you know my EDC hasn't changed that much because I've really found what works well for me. So it doesn't change that much. And I try stuff all the time. I'm actually gonna show some stuff I've tried out and give some backstory on some stuff and whatever. But basically I kind of found what works for me. And I'm a guy that does many things, right? And that's why I don't do well on YouTube, because I do so many things. With building a house, talking about preparedness, talking about guns, talking about EDC gear, talking about chickens or trucks or overlanding or Toyota Sequoia or a Tundra or a van. It's all over the place. I get it. I get why I don't do well on YouTube, because I'm not really niched down that much. But I think one of the foundational things here is gear, is I like good gear that works for me. So at this period in my life, building a house, if you've watched my channel, you know that. I'm documenting some of that. So my EDC is what I'm basically everyday carrying while I'm going to build my house every single day. So yeah. And then we're literally doing head to toe. I think that's probably in the thumbnail or the title. Head to toe EDC gear. Hat. I'm even just for kicks, I'm gonna talk about what boxers I use most of the time. So if you're into that, stick around. Also, this beard, speaking of sticking around, this beard, it's not, I never really had a beard. I kind of had a pathetic excuse for a beard, but I shaved that off and I left this little mustache that I'm gonna grow into a really long Fu Manchu. Not really, I just was shaving it all off and I wanted to keep the mustache for a little bit. Ashley's not a big fan of it. And Ashley, speaking of, quick update, her due date as I'm filming this is actually tomorrow. If she wants to have the baby naturally, but if it doesn't happen, we're scheduled to be induced. Ashley probably doesn't want me to talk about this, especially the day or anything. But this may be the last video you see before I'm a dad. And I told Ashley I would shave this after this video, so this is the last you'll see for now. Maybe it'll come back later. So yeah, randomness ensues on the channel here, but trying to think of if there's anything else relevant to talk about. Nah, I think we'll just get to it. So head to toe, we'll start at the head, we'll work down to the toe. I'll talk about some shoes or boots actually, and even some socks that I like. So from the head right now, I'm wearing this beanie. This was a sample beanie I was sent out. I'm getting some new beanies made, some new LLOD beanies made. I don't know exactly, I haven't even put in the order. I don't know when I'll have them, but this is a US made Polar Tech fabric, stitched and sewn here in the US, and I'm gonna get the logo on in the US. So it's gonna be like a fully US made beanie that I'll sell on the site, probably in this coyote color, a black, and then a gray. So you can look for that later. I'll let you know when it's out. But anyways, this is just a product sampler that I've been wearing. I really like them. Really like these beanies. So I'll wear this one sometimes. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. My hair is so thick. I have like the thickest hair of anyone you'll ever know. This is in between haircuts. I thin it with those like thinning shears, you know, like multiple times because it's just crazy. Not that you care. But in the summers, I wear hats. I sell two hats, two multicam. Well, I sell a variety of hats. They're all pretty much limited run hats, but Flex Fit, favorite hat. A little stretchy. It'll fit me whether my hair is long or shaggy or if it's right after a haircut. This is my favorite hat. It's probably on my website right now, LLOD.us/gear. This was another limited run. I don't know if I have any more in stock of this, but this, I don't know, this might have been my favorite hat actually. It's a Flex Fit mesh back hat in multicam Arid. Love those hats. I wear this hat a lot in the winter actually. If I'm out in the sun, I like a hat for sun protection, obviously. Keep sun out of my eyes. And this one is a kind of a goofy one that goes down over the ears. I've talked about it in videos in the past, but it's actually a hat I really like. But through the winter, more often than not, I'm wearing a beanie. This is one from Cool that I wear a lot. I have this in a couple different colors. And this is maybe my favorite beanie right now. This is from a brand called Huckberry. This is one made in Japan, wool blend fabric. I look like, people are gonna say I look emo or I look like Justin Bieber because I got bangs, but I like bangs. I think I look better in bangs, honestly. So head to toe, that makes up most of my headwear. That changes all the time. I wear a lot of different hats and beanies and things depending on what time of year. Then going down, I guess next in line would be sunglasses. I've been wearing, these are some from Magpul. I have a pair that I really like that I've misplaced. I don't know, they're at my job site somewhere. I might have like hung them up in a rafter and they're gonna be gone forever until I remodel the house in 20 years. And there's my sunglasses. Hopefully I find them, but basically these Magpuls, some Leupolds, and Oakley Slivers are kind of just the ones that I've found. Oakley Slivers, Asian fit. They make Asian fit sunglasses, some of the brands do. That's what I found. I just like the shape, what protects my eyes. Magpul, Oakleys, and the Leupolds are all ballistic rated. They won't stop a bullet, obviously, but they're impact resistant lenses. So really important to protect your eyes. I'm doing stuff all the time where stuff shoots into my sunglasses and I like to protect my eyes. Then what's next? I don't have earrings or piercings or necklaces or anything like that. So I guess shirts are next. So this is very exciting. This is a flannel that's been in the works for a while. I forget if I've talked about it on the channel or only if I've talked about it to my patrons on Patreon. I have a Patreon and I do a Patreon live every month. I've talked about it with them for sure, but I've been developing a flannel for the last year or so, and this is it. This is like the final production run that's in a few different colorways. This is one of them. Incredible flannel. It's gonna come out in a month or two. I'll give you more on that later. But I wear flannels a lot. Made a video on why I like flannels so much. Check my channel. And in the winter, actually, I wear a lot of Henleys. So I'll usually wear like a t-shirt and a flannel if it's not too cold, or I'll wear, or sometimes I'll throw a jacket on top of this, or a lot of the times I wear just a cheap Henley. These I got, and I think just like a guy in a black Henley, it's a good look. A black Henley is a good look all the time. I have obviously some like olive greens, some browns, coyotes, blacks. I like these waffle Henleys. Is it gonna focus on the Henley? The waffle knit Henleys. I like those. I wear a lot of Henleys in the winter. They're comfortable, they're cheap, they're a little bit warm, but not too warm. I like Henleys. So I guess we'll just continue the clothing trend until, we'll just do clothing all the way to the feet, and then we'll get into like what's in my pockets, basically. I guess watch. I did a whole watch on the Apple Watch. I did a whole video on the Apple Watch Ultra. It's my watch of choice. I really like it. And then wedding rings. I wear these cheapy silicone bands. I get like a 10-pack for $6 or something. And this one's olive green because I like olive, obviously. And then jackets, I guess, jackets. So there's a few jackets I love. This one is a Vertex Integrity P Plus or Plus P Integrity or something. I will link to everything with a little more info in the video description below. I always appreciate you clicking those links. I do have coupon codes with a lot of companies as well. Vertex is one. Last line will save you money there. This is my favorite just outdoor, hiking, around town, whatever jacket. Very light, very comfortable. And I've used this expression for it, but it is deceptively warm. It's just, when I first got this jacket, I was like, okay, yeah, nice jacket, but you know, maybe nothing too special about it, but it is so warm. So if you need a warm jacket that isn't, you know, a crazy down jacket or a super bulky jacket, and you want something that's super comfortable, this is my go-to jacket. They sell it in this color, black, maybe another color. Favorite regular jacket. I've been kind of enjoying some harder use gear now. I'm building my house and then gonna be building that out into a homestead. And I've always been, you know, I live in the mountains of Colorado. Harvest my own firewood, and I'm out fixing stuff and building stuff. I'm a guy that, you know, I'm kind of a rugged, hard use guy. So like that jacket, that Vertex jacket, it would get pretty destroyed with some of the stuff that I do, so I don't wear it for all the stuff that I do. This is a jacket I've been wearing almost exclusively to build my house. This is a cool, it's called the Law fleece-lined hoodie, I think. This is the black color. It comes in a few different colors. I have it in this like kind of brownish, coyote-ish, rustish color. This is just a rugged, heavy-duty jacket. I like it a lot, and it's a solid like work jacket. You know, it's kind of like a much nicer, even though it doesn't cost that much more than like some of those Carhartt jackets. It's much better fitting, fleece-lined. I mean, I've just been really liking this jacket. There's another jacket I got recently. A lot of this stuff, I work with a lot of companies. No company's paid any money to be in this video. This video isn't sponsored by anyone. None of this is biased really in any way. Probably half the gear here I actually bought. But this was one I got sent from Huckberry. This is a flint and tinder. This is another kind of heavy use jacket. It's much lighter weight. I mean, it's kind of a heavy jacket because it's a wax canvas jacket, but it's not nearly as warm as that Law fleece-lined hoodie. But it's a very cool jacket, but not a cool jacket. Get that? Not the brand cool. It's Flint and Tinder. I have a link for this down below. The reason I just think it's a cool looking jacket. I like the look of it. But this is The Last of Us came out tonight. It's based on a video game that I really love the vibe of that game, but it's a TV show on HBO that just released. And the main dude in that show wears this jacket. And it's kind of a post-apocalyptic zombie kind of TV show based on a video game. He wears this jacket. I thought that was cool. And then belt, I still wear the Blue Alpha. This was my collab with them. That's on pause for now. So I'm not selling it on my website, so you could go buy it from them direct. I'll probably sell it on my website again in the future. They reworked some things on their website, and my website wasn't compatible, and I'm crazy busy right now, and I built my website, and I manage it, and I maintain it and everything, and I just didn't have time to write some scripts to integrate it or rebuild. Really, I've been meaning to rebuild my website on a different platform that I can do more stuff with third parties. Mine's like kind of a custom solution that is hard to integrate with it. Anyway, long story short, I'm not selling this belt on my website for no reason. Blue Alpha is great, love them. Just they changed how the orders were being processed and my site was no longer compatible. So I put that on pause until I have time to rebuild the site, but still my favorite belt, the EDC Hybrid from Blue Alpha. And again, this was my collab with them where it has LLOD logo on the inside, and I was selling this on my site for a while. Pants, still, there are no other pants. There's just no pants. I've tried literally hundreds of pants. There's nothing out there like the Vertex Delta Stretch. These are an old pair. They actually got like I think some thin set or something on the, I don't know. These are like one of my pairs of work pants that I've kind of like older pairs I just turn into just beat up work pants. But the Vertex Delta Stretch, I've made videos on them. Pretty much anybody that buys them from my recommendations is like, dude, those pants, the best pants ever. You should buy a pair. So the Vertex Delta Stretch is still the pants I wear 99.9% of the time. This is another, I got bleach on these pants and they turn into work pants anyway. Vertex Delta Stretch I'm always wearing. Now, some days when I'm gonna be outside in the very, very cold, these are a pair of cool, I think they're called Hot Rider pants. They're like a fleece lined pair of pants. These are the pants I've been wearing when it is just like a high of 5 degrees or something like that. But pretty much always Vertex Delta stretch. Oh, I said I would talk about undies. This is kind of just a joke, but I wear whatever. I don't really care what underwear I wear. I just buy whatever is there. But actually, this is one pair that I actually like. It's 32 degree cool. I think I got them at Costco or Amazon. I know they sell them at Amazon because I bought some recently. But they're kind of this like breathable mesh type material. Those are the boxers I wear a lot of the times. Now down to my feet, also another cheap pair of socks. These are the Pumas. If anyone sees these in videos or photos or whatever, they always comment, oh, the Costco socks. These are Costco socks. Those are my main jams, these ones right here. Sometimes when I'm hiking or something and I need a longer sock, these ones are actually made in the US. Some of these socks from Vertex are made in the US. This is like a wool blend sock that I wear if I need a higher sock, I'm hiking or something like that. So head to toe. And then let's talk about some boots actually. So I wear shoes a lot in the summer, and you guys know, actually, these are so dirty I shouldn't even show them, but these like cloud slippers, so good around you know, the yard or whatever. I go barefoot in the house, you know, because I'm Asian and that's what we do. This is a pair of boots. I just thought I would show them. I literally don't even know what they are. I mean, I know they're from Timberland. I've had them for probably a decade. These are just my beater boots that I just used when I wanted to beat them up. I've re-waterproofed them a dozen times. Actually, I was gonna talk about that. So I buy this. I waterproof a lot of stuff. This jug, I'll link to it on Amazon. It waterproofs, ideal for cushions, sail covers, tops, boat covers, tents, sleeping bag, clothing. It does have a strong smell, so heads up. But I use this to waterproof stuff and re-waterproof stuff quite a bit. You can use something more expensive like Nick Wax. They have some specialty stuff for various fabrics. I'll use, not this one, this is actually for cotton. I'll use some Nick Wax stuff for my like nylon type wear as well. Anyway, these pair of boots, I thought I would just bring them up. They were just Timberlands. If you know what the model is, you can let me know down below. Comfortable pair of shoes that I've just, I start using one thing and I just use that one thing. So I started wearing these on the house build, and I've just been wearing them like literally every day, but I don't even know what they are. So I don't know, but I do like boots a lot. These are the Mountain 600s. I wear these occasionally. If these are just like soaking wet from the day before or something, I'll wear the Mountain 600s. These are like my main pair of just pretty rugged hiking boots. Danner Mountain 600s. And I actually just got 2 new pairs of boots. This is not sponsored again. They did send me these. Danner sent me that. I get a lot of boots from companies because I'm a YouTuber or whatever, right? It's stupid to say, Mike. Why would you say that, Mike? Anyway, I got these. I was looking at boot reviews because those Timberlands are about done. They're like on their last legs, and I was like researching comfortable boots. Not like work boots. It doesn't have steel toes or anything. They're just comfortable boots. These are waterproof. These are from a company actually in Boulder called Lems. And this boot, I haven't had it long, so comfortable. And the reason is because the toe box is wide. I kind of have wider feet, and a lot of boots I get, like I bought a pair of boots from North Face. They're super tight. I've returned them. Bought a pair of boots from Vans. They looked really cool. I was dumb. I wore them for a day. They're way too tight. I'll never wear them again. But I couldn't in good conscience return boots that I wore for a day. So I still have them too tight. These wide in the toe box. Got 2 of them. These are I forget what they're called. I'll link them down below, the names of them. But this is like, you know, your leather type boot. This is more your hiking type boot. Highly recommend these. They're new to me. I was unfamiliar with the brand, but came across them in some boot reviews. Some guy swore by them, and I was like, I should try them out. Love them. Love them. Love these boots. Okay, So that's head to toe. Now, I just have stuff on the table here, some random stuff. Head, I wear ear protection a lot. I wear ear protection when I'm working with loud tools in the garage, with holster production type stuff, if I'm snow blowing, if I'm using a nail gun up in the rafters when I'm building the house. I like to protect my ears. These are my favorite. These are the 3M WorkTunes wireless with the gel cups. I think I've talked about these in like gift videos or something, but these are like a big part of my life. I use them a lot, and head to toe, I figured it kind of went with the theme. Every day, I'll just start here. I've been using this as a tote. This is actually, I don't think an intended use of this bag by Vertex. These are like stackable storage cubes, a really cool system, largely for vehicular storage of gear. Different size cubes that kind of link together. They're great, but I'm using this as just like a small tote, a daily tote. So what I'm doing is I'm building a house and I'm carrying stuff to and from the job site. And every day I have a water bottle, Nalgene with the OTF lid, Die Hard. You've heard me talk about this in videos. I drink a lot of water, and I like this because it has the measurements that are easy. So I'm mixing drinks, I'm making a Zip Fizz or some other powdered drink or whatever, maybe I'll make a tea in here, or I'll boil some water and make a hot apple cider, whatever. I use this for everything. Not at all sponsored by Nalgene, no affiliation with Nalgene, but been using them for years, since back in like backpacking days and stuff like that. So water bottle every day. This is a Pelican, like a 48 ounce, I think, insulated bottle. I like my water just room temperature. The problem I've been coming across, and I use these in the big 48 ounce Nalgenes, with building my house now, insulated bottles obviously are good to keep hot things hot and cold things cold, but usually, again, I'm a room temperature kind of guy. My water bottle was freezing though, literally like freezing. My water bottles were freezing while I was working. So I got this insulated bottle. I mean, it looks awesome. It is a sweet, it's just a sweet bottle. But I actually bought this. Sometimes I put hot water in it if I was making hot drinks throughout the day, like if it was really cold. But I would just put room temperature water in this I have a water filter at home. I'm not a plastic, not a single use guy. But this I got to keep my water from freezing. So I put room temperature water in here, drink this up, and then when I was ready for more water, then I would pour that into here so it wouldn't freeze so fast. And I just kept using it because it's a great bottle. So I don't usually drink out of this. I pour this into here and then I drink out of this. And then in the morning, I'll have a hot bev sometimes. This is a one by Drive Coffee, sold these for a while. So, coffee or chai or basically hot chocolate sometimes, maybe. Hot drink in here in the morning, sometimes to wake me up, sometimes to just keep me a little warmer. And this bag, so I just wanted to take those things out real quick. This bag has a little organizational pocket over here. I keep a checkbook and other miscellaneous small items to pay contractors or whatever I need to. Over here, I keep pens, pencils. I have a pair of like AirPods in here if I'm gonna be on calls for a little bit while I'm at the job site. It's got another zippered pocket in here. And then I'll keep invoices, like I have little plans. This is like my electrical and lighting layout that I made up. So I like just stuff in there that I take to the job site. And then my iPad Pro with the Magic Keyboard with a little skin on it. This is an invaluable tool for me. I use this to both manage YouTube stuff, manage my holster business stuff, write emails. I have all my plans, all kinds of schematics, various PDFs of building materials, things I research. I'll research on the job how to do something. I'll research the night before and then save it on this. And I have notes on it. And it's pretty kind of rugged. I have this little case on here. I forget who makes it, but it's a case that's basically compatible with the Magic Keyboard. So it's kind of like a ruggedized laptop touchscreen. And then I also watch a bunch of YouTube videos and stuff on this. So this fits perfectly right in here. And then we got some other stuff Mechanics Impact glove, my favorite gloves. These are the Mechanics Impact. I think they're like the Impact 3s or something. Love these gloves. And then this was a recommendation. These are First Light wool fingerless gloves. Sometimes I'm needing to do stuff that has a little more dexterity, and fingerless gloves are the option. And this was one. I don't really think the like super thick fingerless gloves make sense, like really the winter type gloves that are fingerless, because I'm like, my fingertips get cold. So it doesn't make, so like thinner fingerless gloves make sense to me. Anyway, this was a recommendation from a patron actually, and I recommend them as well. So yeah, that's a Vertex. I'll link specifically, I think this is the medium bag, but use it every single day lately. Kind of as, I'll carry various stuff. It'll fit on my water bottle. Sometimes I'll put my lunch in here or whatever. So it's kind of a multi-use little tote type bag. Then we get to the nitty gritty. Probably the only reason that you guys click this video is like the EDC gear that I actually carry. So concealed carry a gun every day. Lately it's been Glock 43X. I have all kinds of crazy, amazing, super dope, Cerakoted, stippled, custom triggers, optic. I have some really cool guns. And I carried a Glock 19 with an RMR, tricked out for a long time, and I still do occasionally, when I'm going somewhere that's, but primarily it's the 43X, like largely unadulterated, almost stock. I have Trijicon HD sights on here. 43X, I really like this gun. There's some other ones out there that are pretty good these days. P365 macro and some others. Anyway, 43X still is my favorite, just feels the best. I shoot it the best. This is in one of my holsters. I own and operate a holster company. This is an LLOD, the Associate V2 holster, most comfortable concealed carry holster you can buy. Then in my pockets, so I'll keep a cell phone, front left pocket. Cell phone right there. Sorry, this is my microphone wire. Cell phone, front left pocket. Back left pocket, I carry this light. This is an Olight War. They discontinued this light because I think it was like a heat, like I think it was catching, it was like burning people, because now they updated this, the Olight Warrior Mini 2 or something. This is the original Olight Warrior Mini. I like it because it's a tiny bit smaller. The Mini 2 has like a little proximity sensor thing that dims down the light if it gets too close. But this one's a little bit smaller, and I just like it because full power mode or half power mode, momentary or constant from the tail cap, magnetic tail cap. Can you see it back here? Is it? Anyway, magnetic tail cap, that's magnet back there, and it has little admin modes, and you can cycle through them. Doot, doot, doot. Cool. And then a mode I use all the time, which is moonlight mode, which is like 1 or 2 lumens or something. So when it's pitch black and you don't want to kill your night vision too much, but you want to be able to see something, that's a mode I use all the time. So it's just a very compact, perfectly fits in your hand for like tactical use applications, but has a lot of admin utility, dual clip. You can clip it on a hat bill or whatever. And I do like it has a little battery indicator right here. So green, yellow, or red. So I know when I need to recharge it. Still my favorite light. Haven't found anything to dethrone it. Now in this pocket, in my main pocket, I've been carrying a Milwaukee Fastback. This is the 6-in-1. Screwdriver, bottle opener, and then just razor blade. Working construction now. Working construction, building my own house. Use this all the time. So I just keep this in my pocket, and it's great for, anything that you use a knife or utility blade for. Cutting open bunks of wood, opening packages, anything of that nature. Just a great multi-use tool. My buddy Zach in the Wild, crushing it on YouTube. Zach, he sometimes watches my videos. Buddy of mine, Zach, he did a whole video on this knife actually about how much he loves it. And if you want more info, you could check out his video on that. But, it's not, I'm like a DeWalt guy. I'm not even a Milwaukee guy, but it's a good little tool for that. And then I'll have a Sharpie or something, and then a wallet. Here we go. This isn't anything sensitive. This is a Travax Summit wallet. It's just one I got a long time ago, and it's just a super minimal wallet. And I'm just, the problem with this wallet, let me cover this up here, is the complaint was your card can get like scratched, but I keep pocket separation. So I keep all my things separate in their pockets, so I don't have that issue. It's just a super minimal wallet. So then I have the mag pocket. This is part of the reason I like these pants, the Vertex Delta Stretch, so much. So many pockets. I'll have stuff in the back pocket, mag pocket. This pocket is perfection for a little construction pencil. So I've been using these again, building a house, use this all the time. Little construction pencil, easy access in this pocket, fits it perfectly, sticks out enough so you can grab it easy. If you have a tool belt on or whatever, I can still get to it. So loving these pants for that. This pocket I didn't utilize much really, honestly, before I started carrying a construction pencil every day. Quick fact, you probably know this if you're in the trades, but what these fat pencils, it's 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, just quick reference. But anyway, use these all the time currently. And then in the back, I'm actually going doubles. A little story for you. So Skeletal, you guys know I love the Skeletal. I love the functionality. Easy access blade, relatively small, relatively light for a multi-tool. The best bottle opener in the business. Honestly, pretty good little set of pliers, wire cutters on there. And what I love is the bit storage. So it has these little bits. I usually have the flathead on here because I use it to pry and stuff a lot of times. So it's like a little mini pry bar. Has another bit storage in here for Phillips, but you can buy a bit kit, which is like the most compact bit. It's like 40 bits in something that's like, this size. And so I have several bit kits just all around in all my vehicles and everything. So I basically have a whole toolkit with this one thing. And then I use this little part here actually to open things that like have coin type slot openings and as its own little pry bar. This tool, and I use it to like hammer things. This tool, this is a special edition one. This was from like Texas Tool Crafters. I've had this for 8 years, I think. I've been carrying a Skeletal probably for about 10 years. I've had this exact one for 8 years. I've carried it every single day. Well, probably 99%, a literal 99% of days for the last 8 years. Not broken, still going very strong. This has a Damascus, a real Damascus, not the like topo blade, a Damascus blade. This is the story. I lost this. I very rarely lose things. I know where things are. I don't misplace things that often. I don't lose stuff because I've had this every day, carried 8 years. I lost it, misplaced it. I lost it on the job site. Couldn't find it anywhere. I was using it all the time, using the pliers, prying things, cutting open things. I use this all the time. So I misplaced it somewhere and I was worried. I was like, maybe I dropped it and now it's buried in the snow and I'll probably find it eventually. Or maybe I was doing something up high and I set it on a rafter and then now that's gone. It's gonna get drywalled up. It's gone forever. So this I thought was gone. I thought I had lost it. And I was like, man, I really liked that. I don't know, there's something special about the Damascus. So I looked, I tried to find this and they're on eBay for like $600. This, $600, not worth $600, so I didn't buy it. But I did, I was like, let me try out a couple other things, because I love the Skeletal so much. Leatherman didn't even send me that. I bought this thing. So I bought a few other, this is the Gerber Crucial. I bought a few other alternatives while this was I found it, obviously I found it. Just in a box somewhere. I used it to open something and I left it in a box. Found it like 3 weeks later. Anyway, I tried out some other ones. The Gerber Crucial, wasn't a fan. Just didn't do anything for me. Not a bad little tool, but just kind of a little chode guy in comparison, thicker. I don't know, I didn't really like it. And then this tool had some promise. This was a SOG what's it called? The Flash MT. I don't really like it. It has an assisted opener knife. I'm not really a fan of blue, honestly, so it's got some blue accents in there. Anyway, the Flash MT. Not a bad little multi-tool. It's kind of interesting. The thing I don't like is that this has instant access to the bit. So I have instant access to the bit or to pry with it or whatever. Bit swaps are super, super easy, and I just use it like this. This one has a bit. It's a little 4mm bit, but you have to take it out. You got to bend it weirdly out of this thing. Then you got to flip this thing around. You got to put the bit in here. And once the bit is in, it's pretty nice to use. It uses standard 4mm type bits, the smaller hex bits. So it'll be compatible with other standard bits, which is cool. And the pliers are pretty decent. The bottle opener, I don't think it's that great. And it has a little lock on it. It has the bottle opener. It does have a little thing, a little kind of flathead bottle opener type stuff that you find on a lot of multi-tools or Swiss Army knives or whatever. So it's got some function. It's not bad, but long story short, I didn't like it enough. I bought another Skelletool. So I bought another Skelletool, but then I found the OG. So the OG is back in my pocket. In that downtime, I was also just like, I like knives. This is my favorite folder right now. This is a Spyderco Shaman. I call it Shaman. I know it's Shaman, really. This is my favorite folder right now. This is just a chunky, I don't know, I have no reason to carry this folder with the Skelletool and with this especially. Like, I'm carrying all three of these every day for no reason. The Shaman, it's got good fidgety. This is a limited run, actually. I bought a limited run with the silver blade, same micarta handles from Blade HQ. They had a limited run, and I was like, oh, I've wanted to try this knife. I like the Yojimbo and the PM2. I wanted to try. I have a couple other of their knives too, but those are my two of my favorite Spydercos. But I saw this knife and I was always intrigued by it. So Blade HQ is running a limited special on this with a silver blade, and it's the M4 steel. And I bought it and I was like, I really like this. So then I bought this one on eBay, and this was actually a blemish. This was a blem of a different limited run, but I always like black blade knives. So anyways, I've been carrying the Shaman, I'm just gonna say Shaman, for a while for no reason. But if I were a not multi-tool guy, if I just carried a knife, this is a big everyday folder for a lot of people. But it's just, this one's kind of stiff. I like it. I think I'm gonna do, so I've been not doing as much as I would like to because I've been very busy with the house build. I want to do a video just talking about the house build, how has sucked the life out of me. So I haven't been doing as much as I wanted to. So I've been buying a couple things, been buying some knives, been buying some fixed blade knives actually, and then this knife and some other knives and some various things, little fidgety things. So that way when I come home and I'm researching the house, I can have something next to me, right, on the desk, so I can play with it, I can flip it open, I can do whatever. And so I've been buying several fixed blade. I've been researching stuff too. I love to researching is my guys. I think this is the end of the gear portion, and we're well into rambling portion. So if you're interested in any of this stuff, check it down in the video description down below. Go down here, you click more, that expands, and then all those links. Also, I have a link on my website, LLOD.us/coupons. It's where all my affiliate links are, and I have a bunch of coupon codes with a bunch of companies and stuff. And if you ever just feel like helping support the channel at no cost and oftentimes saving you money, go to LLOD.us/coupons. It's kind of one of the main ways I support things here on the channel, and I appreciate you clicking them for my unbiased and actual user reviews of stuff. Sweet. Okay, so anyway, back into ramble mode. So I've been doing research. I love to research things. So I go to work and I'm working all day building my house, like for those that don't know, I'm physically building my own house. I bought 15 acres here in Colorado, designed my own house, and I'm building it now. And hopefully we'll be in there in a couple of months, March, April, maybe. I'm not, things may happen, I don't know. But been working there, slaving away, building my house all day from dusk to dawn. I come home and then I do more research, because when building a house, when I'm the builder, I'm the general contractor, I'm the one that's purchasing everything, I'm the one that's researching everything. That's like another full-time job. So I come home and then I work on researching and buying and figuring things out and planning ahead. But I like to research. So I research stuff and I over-research and I research and I research and I find the very best way to wire up an electrical box or whatever. So, and then I've been researching like fixed blade knives, and I kind of want to just lose myself and go out and do some bushcrafting or some overlanding or whatever. I just want to baton some wood, or want to make some feather stick, I've just been researching stuff, and I've bought a couple fixed blade knives. So I think I may take this opportunity this week. Depends. We're gonna have a baby. I'm super excited about that. Obviously, we're gonna have a baby this week, so that's probably gonna take some of my time as well. But I think I may do a continuation of this kind of genre of sitting at a desk and filming some gear videos, because they're easy for me to do. Because again, I'm working dusk to dawn. It's hard for me to go out and shoot videos in night. I don't have a sweet shop or a garage that I can really film in. So some of these will be nice. So I think I'm gonna do like my favorite fixed blade knives video, and then my favorite folding knives video. So I think those are two videos I'm going to do pretty soon, so you can look forward to them. I think that's it. I grabbed some stuff for this video, and I think I've talked about it all. So thanks for watching, guys. Life is good. I hope life is great for you as well. Is this my first video? No, I think this is my second video of the new year. So yeah, happy New Year to you. I hope 2023 is off to a great start for you. I really appreciate you watching my videos and hitting the thumbs up and commenting and subscribing, all that stupid stuff. And yeah, it's been a wild ride this year. I get my brain is so scattered lately, but I think I did like a 2022 recap over on Instagram or something. And I was thinking back on the year, like reflecting on the year. I don't really set goals. I'm not good. Like, I'm not a very good businessman or strategist. And I was looking back. I was like, what did I do? What was 2022? And the big one, got married. That was awesome. Got married to the love of my life and my best friend, Ashley. And then we got pregnant. This is probably TMI, too much info, but on the honeymoon, it was crazy. I was expecting it to take longer. Ashley, she doesn't watch all my videos, but she may. If she does, she'll probably get mad at me for talking about this. But this is very personal. This is turned into a rambling video, but it is what it is. I warned you guys ahead that we're getting into rambling. But got married, got pregnant immediately. A lot of my friends told me like, "Oh, get ready. It will take. It took us 6 months." Or I know a lot of people. It's heartbreaking. Ever since we've become pregnant, I've talked to a lot of other guys that have just had immense trouble getting pregnant. So I almost feel guilty for getting pregnant so easily. And my heart goes out to you if you've struggled with any infertility issues. I have some some close friends that have, and I know it just is very, very tough. But anyway, I knew that this was going to be a busy year for me. So I was like, okay, well, it'll take a while. So we'll kind of, maybe it'll take 6 months, and 6 months would have been perfect. House would have been, and the house actually hit some delays as well. So all around, it was going to be like, oh, we're going to be in the new house. We're going to be set. Like, I'm going to have 6 months of extreme busyness, and then a couple months to kind of like regroup, and then we'll probably pop out a baby. It didn't work out that way because I got pregnant so fast and the house kind of got delayed. So now these last couple months of pregnancy, the house build has just been crazy for me. We're about to have the baby. And then I still have a couple months of house building. Where was I going with this? Oh, that's right. 2022 recap. So yeah, anyway, the timing was all screwed up. I know everyone says there's no perfect time to have a baby, but anyway, blessed, I guess, that happened so quickly for us. And so got married, got pregnant, started building kind of my dream house, my dream kind of homestead type deal. I don't throw that term around though. My dream, it's not really my dream house. I have much bigger dreams, not necessarily goals or even aspirations, but if I was like dream house, it wouldn't be what I would build. It'd be something way crazier, you know? So I don't really call it my dream house, though it is like my realistic dream house, I guess. But anyway, started building my dream house. That was cool. Designed it, started building, broke ground. All that happened this year. Also, we gave away the Freedom Tremor, raised $200-some thousand to fight human trafficking. That seems so long ago, but that was this year that we gave that away. And that was an extremely stressful and time-consuming project with a lot of backlash because it happened during the supply chain issues, and Diamondback was handling a lot of the logistics for shipping the hats out, and hats were just delayed months, and we had so much backlash. We're like, we bought this stuff and we never got our hats. You guys, this was a fraud. And we sent email updates. And we're like, oh, sorry. Like, we've told, like, we can substitute you a different style of hat, like no charge, but the multicam black hats that we chose, we just couldn't get. So we had tons of supply, like, in that took months longer than we anticipated. I've apologized for it in past videos, but if you're watching this now, I'm sorry that those took so long. Everyone got them now, and I see them showing up. I go to Overland Expos or whatever, and people are wearing their Freedom Tremor shirts and hats, and I'm so pumped. And it was such a great project to be a part of, just because I was stoked to raise more awareness on human trafficking, such a major issue. And I was stoked that we raised $200,000 for that. And we gave this truck away to this guy, this Marine in South Carolina, and he was stoked about it. Couldn't, you know, it was all chosen third party, like all hands off legit. That stuff is super, you get put under a microscope for it. Diamondback handled all of that, but like great winner that won that truck. Awesome. And I think he's still, I see he has an Instagram, it's Freedom Tremor or something, and he's using that truck a lot. And I was kind of, you always get kind of worried, you know, that some dickhead's gonna win it, or they're just gonna like go around and try and sell it for a pro. So I was stoked that this guy won it, and he's actually using the truck like I built it to be used. So that happened this year, and I still managed to log like 20,000 miles on the road, got the Tundra and the Sequoia and built those rigs out, and continued actually the Tacoma. This is, okay, I still got some time. The Tacoma, I just got back. I dropped off with my buddy Twan at Run for Tacos. I got new suspension. I've been getting that rig even more dialed, and it has just been, I looked back on 2022, and this is not, it kind of sounds like I'm trying to brag or pat myself on the back, or I'm not, I don't care, whatever. But just how much happened in 2022 is just insane. It was one of the first times, I think, in my life, really, I'm 37 years old. One of my first times in my life that I kind of like looked back and reflected on 2022, and I was just like, man, that was, I mean, most years probably I can be like, that was the best year of my life. You know, every I'm building up something bigger and better, and I'm getting more I'm impacting more, whatever. Like every year I think is like, for the most, I have some down years, but every year pretty much I'm getting just like better. Life is getting better. But this year, man, 2022 was just, this last year was just an insane year. I'm so stoked to be able to share it with you guys, and it's kind of cool because I can look back and I kind of have this documented video diary in a sense of what has happened through the year, and it's a big, getting choked up here, big blessing of a year. So that was cool, and yeah, only reason I bring it up is because it's change of the year, early 2023, looking back on 2022. 2023 would be cool. I'll have my first baby, little boy, coming out, and then we'll be into the new house, and I think a lot of cool stuff is going to happen. So follow along for all that, and I just, you know, super grateful, a lot of gratitude in my heart for life, and you know what I've managed to the life I've managed to create on YouTube. And it's, you know, I always try to be very genuine and transparent about everything that's going on. So figured I would share the highs as well and not just the lows. There's always lows, and I think I share those as well. But yeah, it was a good year, stressful year. I dropped a couple years off of my life, but it was a good year. So thank you for following along. This video got long, but I hope you enjoyed it. Chock full of good gear. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for everything. And until next time, take care.